Thank you, Madam Chairman, and thank you for convening this meeting, and thank you guys for being here and your willingness to serve as well. I want to talk about the Yazoo Backwater Levee enlargement, specifically the need to enlarge the existing Yazoo Backwater Levee. Often when people hear Yazoo Backwater Project, they immediately assume we're talking about the unconstructed pumping station, which is a very important issue that must be resolved, but the pumps are just one part of the comprehensive Yazoo Backwater Area project. Authorized features include levees, floodgates, drainage channels, and the pumping stations. But the Yazoo Backwater Levee was completed in 1978. It is essentially an extension of the mainline Mississippi River East Bank Levee, and it runs along the west bank of the Yazoo River. This levee system, along with the Still Bayou floodgate, serves as the first line of defense of the nearly 2,000 square miles Yazoo Backwater Area when the Mississippi River is high and backs up into the Yazoo River. When the river is high and the area receives above average rainfall, interior water is trapped inside the levee system almost like a bathtub, and we have a destructive backwater flood. As we've seen time and time again, like the catastrophic flood of 2019 and many others since 2008, until a pumping station is constructed and operational in the Yazoo Backwater Area, we have to ensure the structures we have in place are as strong as possible. And during that historic flood in the Mississippi River in 2011, the historic backwater levee came within inches of overtopping. If that happened, the area would have been inundated with more than 16 feet of water. Let me repeat that. The area would have had more than 16 feet of water. From the beginning, the Corps has said the Yazoo Backwater Levee would need to be raised at some point during the 50-year project life and the recommended plan. But unfortunately, the President's fiscal year budget in 2024 does not include any funding to enlarge the Yazoo Backwater Levee. But $2 million could be used for that purpose, according to the Corps' FY24 total capability estimate. Secretary Connor or Lieutenant General Spellman, either one, please explain to the subcommittee the magnitude of the flooding that would occur should the Yazoo Backwater Levee ever overtop.
Yes, ma'am. I'll start. So you're correct that we became within 2 inches of this occurring in the 2011 event. This would be major flooding. So you have to assume in these conditions that the Steel Bayou structure is closed and the Yazoo River is high. And so you have the condition where the precipitation is gathering behind the structure in those communities, in addition to water coming over top of the levee. And that, as you described in 2019, those conditions in the current arrangement could last for months.
Okay, and I've submitted a FY24 funding request to enlarge the Yazoo Backwater Levee. Please explain to the subcommittee that the Yazoo Backwater Levee is a separate, completed feature of the Yazoo Backwater Project, and said funds would indeed be used to enlarge the levee, which has nothing to do with the construction of the pumps.
Yes, ma'am. The levee enlargement is a separate feature of the system, and we would use the money provided to begin the design of that levee enlargement.
Okay, in other words, comparing funding to enlarge the levee to funding to construct the pumps is like comparing apples and oranges. They are completely different project elements. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, ma'am. They are different project features.
And do you agree the Yazoo Backwater Levee needs to be enlarged?
Ma'am, today it's just under 6 feet below its designed height, and so this next enlargement would take it up another 2 feet, consistent with the MR&T system. That's the next planned levee raise for this system. But yes, I agree.
Great. Thank you so much. My time is almost out. I'll yield.